Ayun mga ka-react, panibagong araw na naman, panibagong video at panibagong reaksyon. At ngayon, pag-uusapan natin yung mainit na usapin ngayon, no? Sa Europe pa rin at saka sa US. US at Canada, China, Germany. Yun yung ngayon, yung pagpataw ni Trump. Tinuloy na yung kanyang tariff. Pagpataw ng 25% na tariff sa mga produkto ng galing ng Canada, no? So, ito na mga ka-react, panunurin muna natin.
Partner and ally, their closest friend. Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight. Not when our country and the well-being of everyone in it is at stake. At the moment, the US tariffs came into effect in the early hours of this morning, and so did the Canadian response. Canada will be implementing 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods, starting with tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods immediately, and tariffs on the remaining $125 billion of American products in 21 days' time. I happen to agree with the Wall Street Journal, but Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do. It's an example of not really being able to see what it is that he wants, because even the excuse that he's giving for these tariffs today of fentanyl is completely bogus, completely unjustified, completely false. So we actually have to fall back on the one thing he has said repeatedly, that what he wants is to see a total collapse of the Canadian economy, because that'll make it easier to annex us, is the second half of his thought. Now, first of all, that's never going to happen.
These tariffs, the extra 10% to take effect.
No room left for Mexico or for Canada. No, the tariffs, they're all set. They go into effect tomorrow. It'll start a week earlier than the reciprocal, which is going to be on a couple of weeks earlier. Reciprocal tariffs start on April 2nd. And I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to go April Fool's Day, because that costs a lot of money, but that one day, so we're going April 2nd. But very importantly, tomorrow tariffs 25% on Canada and 25% on Mexico, and that'll...
Ayun mga ka-react, kung narinig natin yung sinasabi ni Canadian leader, no, si Trudeau. Ang sabi niya, binibigyan niya rin ng ultimatum si Trump eh. Bali, kapag hindi raw negotiate within 20 days, mga ka-react, ay magpapataw din siya ng mga ng taripa doon sa mga goods na galing ng Amerika. At hindi niya na ginahalang to si Trump. Ang tawag niya na lang Trump eh. Yun na lang yung bigkas niya nung sinabihan niya Trump. Kapag daw ang akalain daw ni Trump maganda tong kanyang move na ginawa, nagkakamali siya, di ba? Yun ang sabi ni Trudeau kay Trump. At ang nga dyan, kapag hindi siya nakipag-negotiate at hindi niya babaguhin yung kanyang pinapataw na taripa, kasi yung taripa ni Trump nag-start na yan nung February 1 yata o 2, bali effective niyan, ginawa niya na yan. So dito bali nag-retaliate lang ang Canada, no? Parang sinabi niya rin na kung ganun ang gagawin mo, sige, magpapataw din ako ng mga produktong galing Amerika at 25% din ang kanyang hinihinging taripa, no, sa US. Pero mayroon siyang ultimatum within 20 days. Tuloy natin mga ka-react.
The European Union is now reassessing its trade strategies, and automakers are left scrambling to adjust. What started as a push to protect domestic industries is quickly evolving into a high-stakes showdown that could reshape global commerce for years to come. It all began when President Trump approved a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports in early 2025. The move was intended to safeguard American manufacturers, ensuring that domestic producers weren't undercut by cheaper foreign imports. However, what Washington may not have expected was just how quickly France, and by extension the European Union, would strike back. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot wasted no time making it clear that Europe would not simply sit back while its industries took a hit. France has made it clear that it won't let U.S. trade policies dictate the future of its manufacturing sector, and now retaliatory measures are in motion. For the automotive world, this is a game changer. Steel and aluminum are two of the most critical materials in vehicle production. Any disruption in their availability or pricing sends ripples throughout the entire supply chain. With the cost of raw materials on the rise, automakers are now facing difficult choices. Higher expenses mean tighter profit margins, and manufacturers will have to decide whether to absorb the increased costs or pass them on to consumers. Either way, the result isn't pretty. Car prices are likely to rise, and production delays could become more frequent. France's decision to fire back with its own trade restrictions signals a deeper shift in global economic alliances. As U.S. trade relations become more unpredictable, France has been working to strengthen its partnerships elsewhere, most notably with China. This shift isn't just about making a political statement. It's a calculated move that could redefine how the French and broader European automotive industries operate. In recent years, France and China have been building stronger economic ties, and the numbers speak for themselves. In 2023 alone, trade between the two nations surged to nearly $79 billion, marking an extraordinary increase over the past few decades. French President Emmanuel Macron's visit to Beijing in April 2023 wasn't just symbolic. It resulted in major agreements covering everything from agriculture to aviation and, crucially, automotive technology. For French automakers, this partnership presents a unique opportunity. China's dominance in electric vehicle battery production and its massive consumer market could help offset potential losses from U.S. trade restrictions. French car manufacturers are already exploring joint ventures with Chinese firms, gaining access to cutting-edge EV technology and expanding their reach in one of the fastest-growing car markets in the world. This shift toward China highlights an important lesson in global trade. Diversification isn't just a smart strategy, it's essential for survival. Relying too heavily on any one market, whether it's the US or China, exposes industries to unnecessary risks. France's ability to pivot quickly and secure new trade deals could be the key to ensuring the long-term stability of its automotive sector. While these economic realignments unfold, the immediate impact of U.S. tariffs is already being felt across Europe's auto supply chain. The industry operates like a finely tuned machine, with parts and materials flowing seamlessly between suppliers and manufacturers. But with tariffs in place, that balance is being thrown off, leading to higher costs, longer production timelines, and logistical headaches. Major companies that rely on transatlantic trade are already considering their next moves. Airbus CEO Guillaume Faury has hinted that if U.S. tariffs continue to drive up costs, the aerospace giant may start prioritizing non-U.S. customers. If a company as influential as Airbus is considering shifting its focus, it's not hard to imagine similar strategies emerging in the automotive industry. For car manufacturers, this could mean completely rethinking supply chains. Some automakers may look to relocate production facilities to avoid high tariffs, while others may attempt to source materials from alternative markets. But these adjustments aren't quick or easy. Setting up new supply lines and production hubs takes time and money, both of which are in short supply as the industry struggles with rising costs and economic uncertainty. The real wild card in all of this is how consumers will respond. If tariffs continue to push vehicle prices higher, demand could take a major hit. In an already volatile market, where inflation and economic instability have made big-ticket purchases more daunting, an increase in car prices could drive buyers away.
Ayun mga karyak, no? Ang nangyayari, pati China, binalahan din ng Amerika na yung kanyang mga farm supply papuntang China ay bibigyan din ng taripa 15%. Tapos kita nyo naman, no? Ang China pa lang nangunguna ngayon sa electric car, no? Sila ngayon yung demand sa paggagawa ng mga electric battery. At ito pa lang France ay matagal nang connive sa China sa paggagawa ng mga motor vehicle, no? So, ang supply talaga, malakas ang China pagdating sa ngayong in-demand na mga electric car. So, ngayon, kaya pala natin talagang nabalitaan na ito pala si Trump talaga, palihim pala dapat yung kanilang deal ni Zelensky dahil dun nga sa rare mineral na gusto niyang makuha. Dahil nga si Zelensky ang marami nito. Kita naman natin yung China. Doon sila nagbe-base sa production ng China, lalo ngayon sa mga automobile na electric na nga ang gamit, no? So, yun yung ginaanuhan ngayon ng US dahil ang akala niya nung pagpataw niya ng mataas na taripa sa Canada, France at China, pati nga Mexico ay akala niya hindi magre-react. Hindi niya akalain na magre-react bigla na lang tong mga leader na to. At ayun, binalikan siya. Malalaman natin mga karya kung ano magiging response ngayon ni Donald Trump. Akala niya kasi tuwan-tuwa na siya. Binalita niya pa sa Congress na ang Amerika now ay bumalik na sa dati. Yung ibig sabihin niya kasi, nung pagsalita niya kasi na yung tinaas niya na yung taripa, parang sinasabi niya na ang Amerika ay uunlad na uli. Kumbaga, lalakas na uli ang ekonomiya. Pero hindi niya akalain, kita mo, nagsalita na si Trudeau na hindi sila basta-basta lang papayag o na basta na lang titirahin yung kanilang ekonomiya para bumagsak sila. So, nagbitaw din siya ng salita para taasan din ng taripa ang US. So, mga karyak, masyado na mahaba ang aking salita at yun lang ang aking maibibigay na reaksyon. Salamat mga karyak. Sa susunod, paki-like lang at subscribe sa aking channel. Bye-bye!